where this is going to be a bit of a ramble about things that happened this week in gaming. And there's been a lot of crap this time. I'll let you control what missions we do this time, Jared.
Alright.
And Jesus, it is hot as balls here in Tennessee, and I just filled up on some lasagna, so I'm going to be fighting acid reflux for the next hour or so that's fun. That's okay. Lasagna is totally worth it. Speaking of regurgitating bullshit, let's just get this story out of the way right fucking now. Because it's a little bit of old... John Tron got into a little bit of trouble. He was on a live stream with... What's his face? Stephen Bonnell. Am I saying that right? Do you know any of these people?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No.
Well, we'll assume that's right. I've never heard of him. I didn't hear of JonTron before this. That's how connected I am with this whole popular YouTuber thing. And this, if I'm correct, this live stream happened a while back, right? But what recently happened was Yooka-Laylee, he did a voiceover for a character in the game. I have to imagine it's a minor one. And Yooka-Laylee decided that they're going to cut this character out of the game because he said some crap. And so, of course, everybody went on a rampage about free speech, and I'll get to the conclusion in a bit, because I thought about this for a while. I read some of the stuff he said. Apparently, someone named Steve King said on Twitter that we can't restore our civilization with somebody else's babies. I just want to unpackage that one right now. The fact that you would claim it as our civilization that could be undermined by other people's babies. I tend not to rate my civilization by trivial characteristics of babies in said civilization. It's more of an ideology thing. Oh man, I went the wrong way. In my uninformed, humble opinion. So when people say shit like, even allude to the idea that you can undermine a civilization by having the wrong people having babies, it rings all kinds of warning bells for me. I mean, because come on, what's that shit we were taught when we were kids about America? Isn't it supposed to be a melting pot? At least some people should not have babies. Yes, that's true. But oh, there's Rebecca.
Hey, where's BK?
Oh, he's throwing a hissy fit. So, you joined us right for the JonTron stuff, though.
Oh. I'm not playing though, so you guys can start a game.
Yeah, you're a little sick. What do you think got you this time?
I have no idea.
Oh, I'm about to die too.
Girl parts of the fact that I've been eating stuff that I really shouldn't.
Really shouldn't, and lasagna? I don't even know you right now.
Oh. No, I mean the fact that all week I've just been eating horrible, horrible junk, like shit tons of pizza and chili dogs and stuff.
Well, that's because you've sufficiently recovered from your gallbladder that you're now able to, I guess? Oh, man. I don't even know
I might not be able to, is my point.
Well, come on. The hell you put your gallbladder through this... Well, not your gallbladder, your pancreas? You don't have a gallbladder anymore. Point is, you went on a champion's diet, so if you can't handle this, it's really no shame. Because no one should eat as much junk food as we've eaten this month. Oh, this is a mission where you have to have, like, C4 every fucking 5 steps. And I forgot to bring some. Anyways, JonTron. We were talking about this before the podcast, Rebecca. He stated his belief that Jim Crow laws have little or no impact on crimes committed by minorities today. Quote, there are like 18-year-olds who are committing a disproportionate amount of crime. Nobody wants to get into the realistic things, he said. They, referring to progressives, just want to blame whites more and more. It's kind of hard to argue with that latter assessment there, because it does kind of seem to be the case that...
Yeah, just the blaming white people part, but the Jim Crow laws did have an impact on...
Well, it's one of the things that people don't focus on enough. It's not that the Jim Crow itself had an impact on crime. It's the resultant poverty and loss of opportunities that had a direct and measurable impact on crime. I think that's pretty easy to see. I mean, you look at any statistics based on crime, you will find out that poverty is a pretty good indicator. Poverty, education, pretty good indicators of the amount of crime a person will commit. And if you take away someone's access to, good jobs, to education, they're going to commit more crime. It has nothing, well, I'm not going to say it has nothing to do with race, because I'm not an expert in sociology, but there are factors tangential to Jim Crow that could certainly have had a negative impact that could result to crime without having to go to race. So to say Jim Crow had nothing to do with race or nothing to do with crime, that's just nonsense. So, yeah. But I should underscore all of this, that dude is a YouTube personality. Look, the fuck does he know about anything? He says stupid shit for a living. That's his thing. So to even get upset with it at this, just, I don't know why people don't write it off as just him being an asshole, but...
Well, anytime somebody does things that are blatantly stupid or retarded or racist or whatever, they should be called out on it. That's how you stop that stuff from continuing.
But you're getting into the territory of, oh my god, someone is wrong on the internet. It's like, that's kind of the internet's whole purpose, as far as I can tell. Is
yeah, but you should still call it out when it's...
So, God,
it's better to confront stupidity and racism, because that's how you end it.
That is true. I mean, the whole reason this came to a head is because the voiceover part he did for a video game. You weren't here for this, so I'll reiterate. The voiceover part he did for a video game was cut out of the video game because the developers didn't want to be associated with him anymore. Let me bring some C4 this time. Apparently we're going to need some C4 for this level. Oops.
That's definitely within their right, and it kind of makes sense.
Oh, did I have C4? I'm such a fucking moron. Good lord.
Yeah, he has the right to say what he wants, but he has to deal with the consequences.
Isn't that... Like, this is the other side of free speech. Doesn't, Platonic? Don't they have the free speech not to put this guy's shit in their video game?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even see how you can be outraged by this. But,
You have to deal with the consequences of things you say. See also Paula Dean. She lost a whole lot of financial support from her
through network
sponsors, and lost her place on the network because of things she said.
As much as I hate advertisers trying to use this kind of shit as, like, a cudgel, when it comes to creativity in video games and video game development, I'd feel like an utter hypocrite if I said that Platonic didn't have the right to censor this dude. Well, and that's not even censoring it. They're cutting his part out of the video game, right?
Yeah.
So...
Very minor report.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it technically is censorship, but... Still.
It's distancing themselves from a PR nightmare. And they have the right to do that. Protection of free speech only protects you from legal consequences of being arrested for things that you said. It does not protect you from social consequences or even work-related consequences.
And
which I guess is an extension of social.
When it's a creative thing like a video game, you just... You have the right to determine what the tone of your game is going to be. You have the right to chaperone the content that you're putting in there. And, if you later decide that someone doesn't fit the tone of your game, of your product that you want to sell, yeah, you can cut that shit. I don't see the controversy here at all. But yeah, let's see what something else he said. Why is it bad for white people to resist their own demographic displacement? This is kind of one of those red flags for dude might be a fucking racist.
Yeah.
And I know, isn't he part I think he's part Persian, so, isn't he a minority?
He's Iranian or something.
Iranian or, yeah, whatever. What kind of a person really, truly gives a shit? I mean, just honestly, think about this. Do you care about what color people are going to be in America in 2060? Because I can't find any fucks to give.
I care about cultural makeup. Because if somebody is in... This is gonna sound bad. But if somebody is in a different cultural group than me and they have ideas that I completely disagree with or find inhumane, I don't really want them to be near me.
I would rather America in 2060 be completely non-white.
But I don't care what color their skin is or where they're from. I care about what they believe in.
Yeah, I'd rather them be completely non-white and all humanist atheists before I would even shed the least bit of concern over their skin color. I mean, it's just... Oh, okay. I guess the main character was supposed to die or something. I was like, how did we fail?
That's more from a self-preservation standpoint, because there's a lot of people who want people who believe the things I believe in to be killed, so...
Yeah, well...
I don't like that idea.
That's not even...
You could take that and shove it right up your ass. I don't want that near me.
Yeah.
I can live somewhere else.
That's not even my concern. My concern isn't even pragmatic. I believe what I believe because I think it's right. And I would change my beliefs if I found them to be wrong.
That's true.
So, you know, I think believing in reality is far more useful than making shit up and, you know, going by the fifis. So, yeah. That's kind of why I care more about what people believe than how they look. Not the least bit, because also, like, how you're born is utterly fucking trivial. You had no control over it. And it says nothing about you as a person or a character.
Yeah.
So, later he goes on, France didn't have Jim Crow. We still have Muslim riots over there. In Sweden, they didn't have Jim Crow. There are riots in the streets of Stockholm. Now, this is extra stupid on his part, in my opinion, because he's conflating two different riots, two different causes of violence, as if they're possibly related or the same, and it's like, how idiotic can you be, right? It's possible for two different...
Unrelated is unrelated.
Yeah, it's possible for two different ethnicities to riot over completely unrelated issues. And it also kind of, if you get right down to it, has the tone of, well, maybe darkies just riot, I think, is the common thread that he's leaving intact, and intentionally so.
Yeah, I think that was actually probably his goal.
So, I don't know. He did say all kinds of stupid shit. And while none of it, like, you kind of have to unpack it a little bit and think about it, because it's not like, yeah, Hitler did a good job. You know, it's nothing as so forward as that, but if you think about what he said and kind of just eliminate the options, you come to some pretty, you know, some shit you'd want to distance yourself from. Wealthy blacks also commit more crime than poor whites. This is just categorically false from every statistic I've been able to find on the matter, which they usually... It's kind of hard to find statistics based on race and income, but I've seen nothing that actually corroborates this. So, and if you're just saying something like that without a link, it's, you know, me going, well, Polish people are more likely to, you know, be alcoholics and get DUIs. Based on what? Because if you just say shit like that without actually having any evidence, anything to back up your claim, kind of just come off as a bigot.
Oh. Well, yours is anecdotal.
Well, yeah. It's anecdotal, but what feeds that anecdote, right? Why would you single out that group for that anecdote if you know...
Your family?
Well, no, that's me. I'm trying to not say anything outwardly offensive, so since I'm a Polak, I can bash Poles all I want. That's why I picked that option. And yes, based on my family history, I would say, like, I have an uncle who is a fucking bred-in-the-wool Wisconsin Pole.
Like 60 UIs?
At least 4, and he thinks the cops are picking on him. It's like... You know what?
Stop driving drunk, and you'll stop getting arrested for it.
One, I lived in Wisconsin, right? The cops can't single out fucking drunk people because everyone's a fucking drunk. So no, it's not the cops signaling you out. You're just stupid and you drive drunk. And After your third time, what do you want them to fucking do? Because I'd signal your ass out too. And I cannot hit this gun for like
I'd pull you over every time I fucking saw you. And give you a breathalyzer. Because you had 3 fucking DUIs. You shouldn't even have a license at that point.
Yeah, this is gonna all have to be Jared because I'm playing like shit. And this is why I hate platforming. Do shit very precise and very fast in a short amount of time. Okay, here we go. Oh, are you kidding me? Fuck you. Okay, I'm not touching that controller. Hey, Jared, you're our champion. You save us from my own failure. Discrimination is wrong, he unironically said. We've gotten rid of discrimination in Western countries. If you don't think we've gotten rid of discrimination, you're living in a fantasy land. He's right and he's wrong there. We've gotten rid of legal discrimination, but you can't get rid of outright discrimination. Discrimination is going to be a thing. People are just assholes. So, I mean, the fact that the left is basically embracing discrimination with their identity politics nonsense and, you know, putting it on a pedestal kind of crystallizes the idea you're not going to get rid of it. Yeah, and not encourage it. They view it as a good thing, just as long as you do it against the right people, right?
Right.
So, yeah, there's just... You're never going to get rid of it. Everyone is always going to come up with the idea when they lack intelligence and they need a scapegoat that somebody with certain traits is the bad. At this point, you just got to chalk that up to human nature because the span of human history is kind of pointing in that direction. So, like I said, he's right and wrong there. So, yeah, that's kind of the stuff he said. I mean, people are going a little too far with it, saying that some of his words could certainly be construed as support for white nationalism. Yes, some of it could, but again, he wasn't overtly, you know, saying anything white nationalistic, but if you uncouple it, you kind of come to that interpretation. Like, what else could he have meant if you know, look at things, so. But still, it's not the most offensive shit I've seen. And, you know, there's nuance in this, but ultimately, Platonic has the right to do whatever the hell they want in their video game. To include what content they want, what they think is appropriate for their game. And, you know, I'm not going to cry any tears for him saying shit that I think is patently false in a lot of cases. I think it crosses that line of bigotry. I think we can call it that. I kind of don't even want to say these words because they've been so overused, but sometimes they do fit. So without trying to overuse them, I'd say yeah, he said some bigoted shit. He showed his hand. If you just summarize all the things he said, especially the, you know, they aren't compatible with our civilization. You know, why should white people not want to fight back against displacement? You know, shit like that. Rich black people commit more crimes than poor white people. You put all this together, it's hard to come to the conclusion that the dude didn't say racist shit. Or that he misspoke.
Black people commit more crimes than rich white people. Well, actually, it just says in white people in general. Like, really?
Well, I think he did say poor white people.
No, he was saying that poor white people... He mentioned poor white people later, but it's close enough to the area that I can see why you put the two together.
So, yeah. I'm going to have to side with Platonic on this one. And, I mean, I'm sorry that JonTron can't be in the video game with cute little monsters with shit on their heads, but such is life. Sometimes you say racist shit and you don't get to be in the cut rate Pokemon. I know, what the hell's wrong with you? You feel better now?
I'm sick, no.
Well,
that almost came with a plate of lasagna.
You better not vomit that up. It'd be such a waste of lasagna, and I will not have that in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jared's fighting something, and I'm being useless as always. Where's he at? Oh, wow.
Probably wishing I was playing.
Yeah, probably, because I'm nowhere near him. Well, go Team Jared!
Go, Jared, go.
I don't know what he's fighting, but hopefully he can defeat it. But since I'm not being helpful right now, let's move on to the next story.
Super surprised.
Yes. EA revealed that they're going to reveal Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes, now we are having reveals of reveals. And
I know, that's just annoying.
I know. They will reveal it April 15th at who cares what time. Now, Star Wars Battlefront. Remember how excited Sarah was about the first one? They even bought that console. They have the Darth Vader console and everything, and then they played it and they're like, wow, there's really nothing to do offline in this game. And we played the demo a good bit. I found it kind of unbalanced, but at the end of the game, or end of the day, I can't imagine that it lived up to pretty much anyone's expectations. It was basically, what, a Battlefield game with Star Wars plastered all over it. Did you kill the boss?
Yep.
Oh, was it? I guess it was an optional boss. Okay.
There's two of them.
Oh, two of them. Fuck. Well, I guess I'll go down towards the other skull then, since I know where you fought the one. So, anyone excited at all about Star Wars Battlefront 2? I'm kind of surprised.
Why are they making a second one?
I guess it sold well enough. And, you know, the game looked pretty enough, so...
Yeah, but it just came out, like, a year ago.
Because you can make more money reselling a virtual clone with more features than you can make by...
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that business practice.
Well, it's EA, I mean...
Yeah, it's EA.
True.
Can anyone really be surprised? I don't know.
Pretty much the EA handbook there.
Do you think Andrew and Sarah will buy this one?
Probably not.
I hope they're smart enough not to. I really do.
Well, they don't have to buy much besides the game this time.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess they do already have the PlayStation 4, so... And it is a cool looking console. I mean, Darth Vader's awesome, right? So... Wow, that was dumb. Let's walk off ledges. Speaking for a somewhat less meh sequel that was revealed to have a reveal, Destiny 2 had this cute little trailer, the Last Call trailer, where some Destiny goober is sitting around in a bar telling a very incoherent story about all the noobs he shot. And, yeah, then it ended with...
Incoherent.
Well, then I shot this dude, and then this dude over here, I shot him, and, oh, there's a lot of shooting. I mean, that was basically an exact quote. So I guess it wasn't incoherent, it just...
It was vague.
Didn't contain any substance?
But he was like, I was shopping, and they came, and they just busted through the wall, and then I had to shoot a bunch of people, and then I had to shoot some more people, because more people showed up, and there was just a lot of shooting. And I'm really sad because that was my well, not my favorite shot, but like my second favorite shot. That's pretty much a correct quote.
You remember more about that trailer than I do. And that kind of sums up Destiny, doesn't it? It was a lot of shooting, and then more shooting, and then shooting. So the Destiny 2 reveal for the reveal was a few days ago, but the actual reveal is on the 30th, which is tomorrow. So I guess that'll have to wait until next week. But I don't hate Destiny as a franchise. I thought the first game was underwhelming, and they tried to play it up like it was something it wasn't. Like it would have more RPG elements, and then they started releasing the patches, and you found out that some of the content you bought was going to become unavailable because it would no longer be offered on, as a weekly raid or whatever as time went on. So the value of your game decreased as time went on, and, they conveniently came out with a new package for the entire thing every time they came out with a new bit of expansion. So, kind of scummy business practice, and, of course, Peter Dinklage laid a wet turd all over that game with his, if you can even call it acting. So, there were problems with it, but at its core, it's not like I'm just diametrically opposed to... And I show up and snipe the kill. What a douche.
Fucking douche.
I helped. No, that was it. Okay, good.
I'm pretty sure I'm helping more than you are.
Jared totally did not need my help there. I guarantee you.
Just by the sheer fact that I am not there using up lives is a help.
But I'm not opposed to Destiny 2 in and of itself. I'm kind of hoping there's more RPG, there's more story, you know, they don't do the whole, hey, go to our external site. Yes. But I kind of think it's just going to end up being Destiny 1.5, where they're just going to take the same stuff and, well, they can't really get away with doing that, can they? They kind of have to add more stuff. I would hope, anyways. Whatever. I'll keep my eye on it. Here's hoping that it'll have more RPG content, more depth, more story, like I said. Better create a character. Isn't too much to ask for. I hope not. Alright. Moving on. We've got some Final Fantasy 15 news. It's Rebecca's favorite game in the history of ever. Episode Gladiolus released recently, and with it the Chapter 13 expansion, what do they call it? Including refinements to Chapter 13. I'm still remembering that quote. I can't remember who it was from Square-Enix, who was like, well, there's nothing really wrong with Chapter 13, but screw it, we'll do all this extra work anyways, just for fun. Come on. You could drive
buying that lie.
You could drive a tank through some of those plot holes in that chapter. So apparently you can play as Gladiolus and Ignis in Chapter 13 now, and I guess it ties some of the stuff together. So, any plans to play that anytime soon, Jared?
I got my hands full right now.
Persona 5 is coming out. If there's any hope of Jared ever messing with... Yeah, is that what you're setting your sights on? How's Horizon going?
I'm getting there.
Okay. When is the first version due out?
I think they said tomorrow.
Oh. Okay, well, I got all my stuff in, so I feel like I've contributed. So, no buys on this Gladiola stuff, I'm assuming. Because we know it's getting no buys from me. I think Claire can do all that stuff. I think she likes that game more than...
I did buy the season pass.
Oh, did you? Oh. It's all you, man. Speaking of some of the stuff that you just spent your money on, I was generous with the spent there. Episode Prompto got itself a teaser trailer. I mean, everything needs a teaser for a teaser, essentially. I watched it. I don't know why. I expected to see something. I saw Prompto's stupid face. Yeah. And he was looking all Prompto, which is basically like...
disgusting.
Yeah, gross, subhuman. Why is this on my screen? Looked sad and then went to shoot something, and I'm like, well, that was a waste of a minute of my life. So...
I think that might be why I'm sick.
We have identified the cause of your illness. But, yeah, when you have a teaser like that, what's the point? Like, it showed nothing, so Prompto shot somebody in a desert. I think it was a desert. It didn't look like snow, but who knows. Whatever. They haven't really said anything about updating that guide, have they?
Mm-mm.
Ah, damn fucking C4 needed everywhere. Actually, that was dumb. I can just use my transceiver to call in C4, can't I? Yes. Oh crap, I forgot how to drop stuff. You remember how to drop stuff out of your inventory, Jared?
I don't know.
Oh, crap.
I thought it was an option when you highlighted it.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing how to do it.
Triangle, maybe?
Maybe I can just use it. No, I can't use it. No, I'm trying all the buttons and it doesn't let me do anything. So I can... fuck it, I'll look it up. No instructions or anything. How do you drop equipped items from backpacks? Save me. Equip item, hold up in D-pad and push square. There you go. Game facts, you have proven useful for once. Fantastic.
Yay!
Okay, awesome. Fantastic. Alright, let's move on to some other Final Fantasy news. We've got Final Fantasy XIV, which just recently removed its 2-week trial period and replaced it with a level cap they allow you to reach before you play it for free. Have you played Final Fantasy XIV, Jared?
Nope.
Nope? Okay.
I might.
I'm kind of thinking about it too. Apparently you can hit level 35 now, and Rebecca's first response was level 35, but I don't know if that's like 10 hours of gameplay or how generous that actually is. I am keen on it now that there's no time limit, which means we could start that up anytime we wanted, check out the game, and...
I've heard you can't make groups.
You can't make groups? Like, just in the free version, or...
I think the free version.
Okay. I didn't know if that was just a bad design feature. Like, you'd think it shouldn't be, like, who makes an MMO where you can't make groups, but come on, we played ESO, right? So, well, who knows? Maybe I'll try it out anyways, even though there's absolutely no chance whatsoever that I will pay a subscription fee. I have lived this long without paying a subscription fee for an MMO. I don't see that changing. But still, it's neat. Takes a little bit of the stress out of your trial period. So, makes me more likely to go and pick it up. There's more C4 over here. Oh, I should have dropped the other stuff.
Well, listen to this story. I'm gonna have a fun time with Persona 5.
Oh boy, go for it.
Atlas decided to share that that the share function will be disabled.
Why?
I guess spoilers. It's a story-driven game.
Oh, that shit again. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a nice excuse there. That's so lame. So how are you going to get media if you don't have a capture card?
I guess YouTube videos.
Oh, God. So you can't take any media off that game?
Nope.
Good God. Well, there's going to be videos of it anyways. Do they think people don't own capture cards? Like, they can't stream it on Twitch anyways? Because all you're doing is taking away options from, paying consumers. So this is the thing I don't like about game developers. Sometimes they treat us like fucking goldfish. Like, I just can't help myself. I was going to play your game and give you my money, but then I clicked all the buttons on the YouTubes and I saw everything and now I can't pay you. So...
Plus, people can spoil without media.
Yeah, no kidding. Have they ever heard of online forums?
Whatever.
So, I don't know. And even if they couldn't, you're not going to get rid of media. People are still going to be sharing shit from this game.
I need a C4.
Oh.
Blow up the objective.
I don't have any. Do we still have enough points on our transceiver to do it? Oh, no, I don't think we do. Do we share BP?
I don't know.
Oh. Now would be a good time to find out. You douche. Well, there might be C4 up ahead, but I'm relying on me to get the C4 and to find out where you are. Well, I guess I've got time, right? Oh, you're right behind me. Jared's like, yeah, rely on you, as if. He's making me look like such a nooblet. I don't even care. You know what you're getting for playing with me. Can I really shoot these guys like this? Oh, wow. Murder task.
Yeah, sometimes there's, like, they make it so easy to kill things. And then other times you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage if I try to kill this.
That is a
There
absurd...
doesn't seem to be an in-between.
No. That is an absurd story, Jared.
So yeah, I don't know if they're gonna like lift up the thing after a while or not. But that's fucking stupid and it pisses me off.
Yeah, I can see why. That's screwing with your ability to actually do your job at that point. So do you just not have a laptop for a capture card, or is it just like, why waste the money?
I mean, I have a laptop and I don't have money right now anyways.
Yeah.
Unless the bosses decide to want to purchase one.
Oh man, we might be losing money because of all this. Well, British pound is still $1.24, so we're okay for now. Pound, stay strong. Like, don't go above 130, but don't go any lower. Okay? In fact, you could go up to, 127, 128, I think would be okay. Just
I don't think they'll lower pay from getting like 130.
I thought that was the plateau, but whatever. I just don't want it to go too much lower. I'm enjoying the money I'm getting right now.
Yeah, so am I.
Okay, so did you read this stuff about Dragon Quest XI? This clumsy battle axe of a segue there.
I mean, typical stuff, pretty much.
Well, I'm surprised that you can actually move your characters around the map and... I mean, is that how combat is actually going to be? Because they were talking about free movement battles.
That was confusing.
Because at some points they make it sound like it's just like a Grandia or Chrono Trigger type thing where you can, just run into them and...
Well, Grandia, I mean, not Grandia, but Chrono Trigger was, not, like, free movement.
Yeah, but once you encountered an enemy, you kind of went into battle mode and... Okay. I mean, am I remembering that right?
Yeah, I mean, you moved around in battle. But
yeah, but it was kind of automated, wasn't it? Oops, that was dumb. Good thing I regen. So maybe Grandia is the better comparison. Because enemies are on the map, and if you run into them, you go into a battle. I kind of thought they were talking about that, but they also kind of make it sound like it's just an ARPG, right? So
I don't know.
I'm a little confused as to... Do we have to kill this thing or capture it?
Kill it.
Is this the boss, or are we just fucking around?
There's two of these.
Oh, God. I hate to tell you, but these things have a habit of stomping on my head. Oh, like so.
I think he's learned that by now.
Yep. Don't rely on me, I'm just gonna suck your life. Oh, man. Can't believe I dodged that one. So, they showed that off. Either way, it's cool. I just kind of thought that you would go into the turn-based Dragon Quest stuff. If I'm going to be honest, I was more looking forward to the old turn-based combat, so I hope that's still a thing. But it's not like... Yeah. It's not like a deal-breaker if they don't have it. So... but the 3DS version and the 2DS, like their 2D mode, they show off the character standing there and facing off in classical Dragon Quest standard. So I'm kind of looking at this game and all the different modes, and I'm like, I hope they're not overdeveloping this, because it looks like there's at least basically 2 different games here based on what platform you're on. And I know it's all the same characters, but I just hope
2 teams working on each version.
Yeah,
each version.
They probably do. I get worried about everything with video games. in case they turn out bad. Like, I mean, it'd be great if they're two distinct enough versions that both are fun playing in their own right, but I'm also kind of worried that they'll, you know, over-focus on diversifying and you'll end up with two kind of meh versions. But need to be optimistic about Dragon Quest XI.
One weird thing about Dragon Quest XI is that they haven't really been saying anything about the Switch version of it.
That is kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, because even on this page, all they're showing off is the PS4 and the 3DS versions. Oh. Yay, another one. They also showed off 2 new characters. I'm going to risk scrolling down to see them. Names. I think one is...
typical martial arts person.
Yeah, I think Martina, a.k.a. Hot Chick, that we saw in the earlier trailer. And... let me see. I can't remember the dude's name because he doesn't have boobs, so who cares? Ro. Yep. He's got a nice bushy mustache and... one of those little, I don't even know what those names are, those fez caps, I guess? I might be butchering it. I'm not an expert. Bucket? Yeah, red, like a red felt bucket. Yeah, whatever. He looks cool. I'm going to call him the dwarf and pretend he is a dwarf. And I hope he acts like one, but probably won't, but still.
Oh, that's the one that I was like, you just like him because he's like you. Because he's a dwarf.
He's a little... rotund and yeah, short. So I know they're not going to recapture the magic of Yangus, and I know everyone here loves Yangus, without exception. But still,
how could you not like Yangus?
I don't know. Some people don't like Yangus.
Well, those people are fucking idiots.
Yeah, they are. I agree. Yeah, they're just showing off some skills like Thwack and Sizzle and Falcon Strike. And the monsters look fucking great. I mean, you have a lot of the old Dragon Quest mainstays, but they're adding some new ones that fit right into the art. Now, here's something that probably doesn't interest Jared too terribly much, but I know Rebecca was giddy with glee over it. StarCraft Remastered was announced for PC. So, what this thing is going to have: remastered graphics, revised dialogue and audio, Blizzard friends and matchmaking, but they're keeping the gameplay the same. Which is fine, because I don't think the gameplay in StarCraft will ever get tired. I don't know, I think it's one of those games that will just stand the test of time forever when it comes to gameplay.
I've never played StarCraft.
You've never played StarCraft. Well, good news is the original version is going free this summer, so you can try it out. And I would actually... yep. Free for everybody. So if you ever wanted to try out original StarCraft, but you didn't want to spend $1 to get it out of a bargain bin, there you go. And of course I'm running the wrong direction. But Rebecca and I actually met on Battle.net. She was on StarCraft and occasionally Diablo 1, and I was on Diablo 2, so... we did go back and play some StarCraft here and there, but it's largely a Diablo relationship as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I was on StarCraft when we met, and you were on Diablo 2.
That is true. That is true. But, well, I mean, you switch games pretty often. I am pretty pleased by this. Honestly, I'm probably going to buy it just because I like to reward companies that do things I approve of, and damn if I don't approve of this. And keeping the gameplay the same is music to my ears. I'm kind of surprised they would basically undermine StarCraft 2 like this, but I guess they're doing it for the tournament scene, which is still going fairly strong as far as I know. Which, whatever, it's fine with me. 4K graphics in Skyrim, probably scaling UI, a bunch of other quality of life features. They did say that they're changing some of the story bits, and they're like adding comic book strips, and that I'm not a fan of.
It used to have just like floating heads that would talk at you.
And poorly animated floating heads, but I love them. I mean, because it was supposed to be like a command center, and everyone was coming on a comm screen and talking to you, and you know they would have, I guess you could call them cutscenes with the in-game graphics, as limited as the 2D sprites were at emoting. They still managed to somehow get to you, you know, even though they could only rotate, 8 directions, 16, something like that, and, you know, they only had a few animations. They still felt like characters to me, damn it. So. Oh man, I'm totally going nowhere useful. Why do you even fucking put up with me, Jared?
He's been asking himself that same question.
Everyone is. So, yeah, and again, you can get StarCraft and Brood War for free if you don't own it. All these changes are supposed to come out this summer. No word on the release date for the Diablo 3 Necromancer, though, I must point out. Blizzard. But still, at least they're giving us something cool to tide us over in the meantime.
I like this boss. This is a fun boss.
And I will totally run around the level and pretend that I will reach you in time. Jared is the MVP of this game.
No, this is a real easy boss. The dog one. The second dog one.
Oh, is that the one you're fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, the one with the platform. Yeah, even I found that boss easy. You know, after the obligatory one-hit kill to let me know that it's not the same thing as the last boss. So. He shoots like a laser rainbow at you and you're just dead, and I'm like, huh. That's new.
Oh, there's a laser rainbow.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it should kill you in one hit, shouldn't it? But, Salt and Sanctuary is coming out for the Vita, finally. Vita.
It's already out.
Is it? Oh.
Yep.
March 28th. Yes, you're damn right. It came out yesterday. Well, I prepared this ahead of time, so it was stuck in my head that it was coming out. And you said it had a separate trophy list from the PS4 version. Same trophies, different lists, so you could double down on this if you wanted. And it is cross-buy with the PS4, so I guess I technically already own it on the Vita. I just don't have the hardware. So, it's a really good game. If I had a Vita, I would probably play it again. It's funny how the incentive of trophies makes you really want to play a game again. So. And I do need to get that fucking...
Mashing.
Yeah, I can hear that. I do need to get that damn guide finished at some point, but every time I say that, it's like, oh yeah, but then there's this project.
This crazy thing has so much fucking health.
Does it still have a lot left?
33,000.
I'll save you from an easy victory. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. But after Horizon, and we go on to Andromeda, and yeah, I'm going to be busy for a while.
Bastard.
Oh man, I suck at life.
Did you just go in there and die?
No, I went in there and shot the boss like twice and he died. Granted, I don't know if I killed it, Jared was shooting it too, but I helped nothing at all. I just showed up and shot it a few times.
You might like this, well, maybe you might not like it. So basically, a Polish online retailer has listed a release date of October 3rd for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh god. When is it?
But then October 3rd.
Release date of October 3rd.
October. When the hell was Shadow of Mordor supposed to come out?
August 22nd.
That's okay. That's fine. I can live with that.
Yeah, I don't know why I kept thinking September 22nd, but yeah. But then after they leaked it, then they rescinded on their statement.
Yeah, I mean, who knows at this point? I kind of figured it would come out in September, but that might just be because I'm remembering the last trailer they had, so... Yes, Evil Beards McGee. Games that were not so generous with their release date. We just had this happen. Apparently, Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition has been in the works. And I just saw it posted on fucking Twitter and on Facebook. They're like, hey, come buy this. It's coming out. And I'm like, what the fucking fuck? So I held off for as long as I could, which coincidentally was just as long as it took my ISP to load the page to buy it.
Yeah, I don't even think it was like 5 minutes.
It's Planescape Torment. If you
then he found out he got $6 off.
I did. It's $20 on GOG right now. On GOG, not Steam. Fuck Steam, buy it on GOG if you have the choice. And if you own Planescape Torment, the original version on GOG, apparently GOG is giving you a 30% discount on the Enhanced Edition, so I got $6 off. I didn't know why. I just clicked to buy, and it was $13.99 instead of $20 or $19.99, whatever. And if you like old school CRPGs, if you like really great stories in video games, you've got to fucking play Planescape Torment. It is top tier when it comes to story. Gameplay, RPG elements, kind of hit and miss there. Like, you might be off-put if you play RPGs to know that you can't wear armor in that game.
Bosses to the right.
Oh, okay. I was going to jump this way anyways, but I guess I won't now. Oh, far right, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few suits of armor in the game, but like your main character, you're pretty much wearing tattoos instead of actual suits of armor. So it's a very, very weird game. That's not to say there's not a lot of gear you can equip, and you can kind of change your class on the fly, so that helps diversify the gear you can get. But it definitely takes kind of an odd approach that if you're more familiar with things like Baldur's Gate, it might be a little off-putting. And it does use that convoluted-ass 2nd edition D&D system, so if you don't understand that system, you might not know exactly what you're doing. What the hell is this thing? What the hell did you get me into, Jared? Okay. Hey! You can't use your jets. I don't know why, you just can't. I can't hit you if you stand in the middle. Okay, fantastic. But, yeah, I bought it. I'm kind of hoping that I might get the chance to go and finish my guide for this game that I started and never really made much progress in. What the hell? That was my C4. I clicked the wrong thing. That was pretty dumb.
I kind of want to retry playing it. See, in the first area that you're in, pretty much, well, not the mortuary, but Sigil, I hit a flaw where the person I had to talk to go to the next part of the game, every time I talked to them it would crash, no matter which save I used. So I never was able to play it.
Yeah, the GOG version, like most games, seems a little more stable than the original release. But there were some bugs. I didn't really encounter any, but I guess my laptop was just more stable at the time.
You can shoot these bombs.
Yeah, apparently if you don't shoot them all, though... Well, I should probably just be on the right side of the screen. I'm gonna get killed by this motherfucker. Because I don't know his attacks. I'm blaming his attacks. Oh. Wow, I didn't expect him to not stay for longer than 2 seconds. Are you clam slamming me, Jared? What a jerk. At least I got the opportunity to say clam slam. I mean, if you want to play it, Rebecca, I'm sure it'll run on any computer we have. Even your laptop. So, and it will be out, what, the 11th, I think? So, yeah, I already pre-ordered that. What I really hate about it, they didn't even tell you it was coming out. So, I mean, not that I could have done anything about it anyways, because there's no way I'm getting the blessing from the boss folk to write a guide for, you know, Planescape Enhanced Edition when Mass Effect Andromeda is out, but at least
It comes out in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it's just horrible timing.
Right where you...
Right where I was standing.
Yeah.
Good lord. He's not even flashing red. What a douche. Okay, right on the edge of that building. Oh, I think we rolled the wrong way. Oh, now he's flashing. I'm about to fucking die again, so... If I die again, I'll just stay outside. What? Oh, that was surprising. Oh, I died again. I don't even know what he hit me with there. I'm really not good at this.
Super surprised.
Speaking of Clam Slammer. Speaking of Mass Effect Andromeda, I got to spend a week with the game, taking breaks here and there to do massive amounts of media work on Horizon. You're welcome, Jared.
And wait out storms.
Oh god, yeah. We had like 3 storms that made me not want to turn the power on. It's pretty much this whole week was me going, I don't know, it's kind of fucking thundering, so I might give the old PC a bit of a break. So. Because, I mean, I don't know. If we lose another computer, we're just boned. I give up on life. Oh, this asshole can hit me from outside. What a jerk.
Yeah,
Yay!
there's one of the bosses that can.
I beat the Baron! Oh, man.
And by you, I'm assuming you mean Jared?
Hey, I wasted 2 lives and shot him a few times. That counts as contributing.
Okay.
So, I'll admit, the beginning of Andromeda is really bad. In a lot of ways, it's really bad. The writing is awful. The characters are really in a special place when it comes to animation. I learned a new term for really weird, awkward animating characters. Apparently it's a thing called Uncanny Valley. And it works very well because
Uncanny Valley?
Uncanny Valley is a term for it when you don't get faces quite right in CG. And they have the deadest eyes I have ever seen in a video game, especially when you're combining it with shit like, my face is tired. I know that's a new meme. It's the new arrow in the knee. But in aesthetics, the Uncanny Valley is the hypothesis that human replicas, which appear almost but not exactly like real human beings, elicit feelings of eeriness and revulsion among some observers. Come on, if that does not describe the Mass Effect Andromeda faces, I don't know what does. But yeah, they're really bad.
I'm going to talk about something that's super, super... would be sad for anyone, but I'm just going to stand there and lolly-eye, roll my eyes around, and look like I'm fucking bored and or about to die.
And somewhat surprised.
And somewhat surprised. No sadness, though. None of that.
It was
just
pretty bad, I have to say.
Eyes rolling around in your fucking head while you're wide-eyed talking about sad things.
Well,
should be sad things. The voice doesn't go with it either.
Speaking of Andromeda, they said they're going to share plans to address the feedback on April 4th.
Yep, BioWare sent out an announcement saying they're going to address the feedback, whatever that means. They said some positive, some negative. I think the game's been getting far more negative feedback than positive. A little bit undeservedly so.
Some of it critical.
Yeah. Fucking mealy mouth bullshit, but if you play it past the beginning part, if you get onto the first planet, the Eos I think it's called, and you get to exploring and scanning things, some people didn't like the scanning, but I've been doing detective mode in Batman and using my Witcher senses in The Witcher 3 and scanning things with my focus in Horizon Zero Dawn, so it's just second nature, right? It takes a lot of the bullshit guesswork out of what the fuck am I supposed to be looking for. It shows you. Fantastic, good. I like it. You scan things, you get research points. A lot of things in the environment, therefore, contribute to your resource totals. I don't mind it at all. You get to the combat, which is fantastic. You level up your characters, which you have more freedom to customize than you ever had before. It's actually a pretty good game once you get past the beginning parts. I will say it is probably the Dragon Age 2 of the Mass Effect franchise. You can take that as you want. Some people think Mass Effect 2 is just the worst thing BioWare did since ever, I guess. I don't think there's any... Well, except for Andromeda now. I think they hate Andromeda more. I thought Dragon Age 2 was pretty good when I played through it again, second time, so... Maybe long-term opinion...
You didn't like it the first time. It did take 2 times.
It did take 2 times. But The Witcher 3, I thought was good the first time, and great the second time. I think, in hindsight, Andromeda might get a better reception than it's getting now. It's kind of like a meme for the anti-SJWs, and they've been fighting really, really hard to find a game they could hang their hat on and say, this is an SJW game, and I hate it. And it didn't really work so well with Horizon. So they've been going full bore with Mass Effect, with whatever conspiracy theory they needed to concoct about this fucking game. They've done it. Yes, the writing is bad at times. The fucking animation is subpar, even if you compare it to last-gen Mass Effect games. You sent the link where that developer was talking about what could have gone wrong, and it boiled down to they let algorithms do the hard work, and they didn't spend the time it took to actually, hand animate things, so, things kind of just looked wonky. Or The Witcher 3 used a much more complicated algorithm, and then it was open for hand manipulation by animators afterwards. And, come on, it paid off. It paid off very, very well in The Witcher 3, because the animation is very good in that game. Mass Effect is very bad. And one of the things that I've taken to doing with Mass Effect Andromeda is I just go, this character's not Shepard. You're not a trained Marine. You're some young kid that had a fucking wanderlust to go explore the stars and took off, and maybe you're just kind of off from being frozen for 600 years. Maybe your facial muscles aren't all, working again.
Yeah, whatever excuse you need to make it so that you can get stomach looking at it.
You're a little bit zany. You're kind of quirky. So if you make that kind of an excuse, right? Maybe I guess I'm Jared's C4 monkey in this level, but I'm okay with that.
Well, you gotta have some kind of fucking purpose.
At least I'm contributing in some way. I'm gonna go back up here and see if I can get more C4. But if you take all those things into account, then maybe it's acceptable. But your character does have the just misfortune of making the dumbest faces that fit. Like, it's not that they don't fit the scene at hand. It's hard to imagine what scene the faces your character makes that they could fit. Like, I can't even come up with a scenario where the faces that character makes would be justified.
Drunk.
It's just weird,
being so fucking drunk you're about to pass out. That would make the faces work.
Yeah, I guess, no, I will, yeah. That you have convinced me. That is a good drunk face. But it's not just any drunk face, right? Like, it's a contemplative...
It is borderline alcohol poisoning drunk face.
It is a so skunk drunk, fucked up face, but you're also trying really hard to be contemplative. You think you've come across a thought, a saying, a parable that is very profound, but you can't quite recall it, and the more you try, the more it's funny and doesn't make sense. It's kind of the face your character makes. And, like, they'll just look up and their eyes will be kind of wide and they'll have this little... I won't call it a smile, but it's not a smile, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I can't express how weird the fucking face is that this character makes.
You can see the gears working, but they're not working very well.
You can see the gears working.
Kind of loose and rattling around.
But they're also kind of, like, running into each other.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely smoke and fire that the gears are spitting up. So, and yeah, they could fix it by reanimating shit, and I know people scoff at that idea. They probably won't, but they wouldn't be the first developer to do that. Everyone's favorite, the best developer in the industry, bar none right now, CD Projekt, did that with their first Witcher game, when they got enough feedback from people saying, hey, your animation sucks. They reanimated that. We called that the Witcher Enhanced Edition, and it was a good thing. So maybe they could do that. We'll see. One thing I will not defend them on, that I will not excuse them on, is the character creation. That is inexcusable. There is no way that should have shipped like that. I loathe them for doing that. Basically, the character creation, everything is tied to your preset. If you pick a...
This guy.
Oh, we have to capture him?
Yeah, I got this shock bomb.
Okay. Then I will stop shooting him when he starts flashing. Basically, the entire character creation in that game is built off of the presets. If you pick a dark skin preset, your character can get lighter, your character can get darker, but that dark is your baseline. So another preset where the preset skin color is lighter, you will be able to get lighter than the darker skin preset at its lightest, if that makes any sense. You can change...
I guess not.
Does it take two, maybe?
I hit him. I guess it wasn't this one.
Oh, okay. Just sitting here in stunned silence for a moment because the thing didn't die when it was supposed to.
Oh.
I'm like, what? I mean, there's all of like 9 hairstyles you can choose from, and the hair actually animates in the game. I'll give him credit for that. Kudos, right? But it's still pretty terrible. And other things like just the basic shape of your character's face is pretty much locked in by the preset you pick. It's just an odd system. I've never seen anyone do this before in a game. And so when you're going through the character creator, you have to go, okay, do I like that nose? Because you can't fucking change it. Do you like those eyebrows? Because you can't fucking change them. Do you like the lips? Do you like the jawline? Because you can't fucking change them. You can customize, you know, their height and shit, how far apart they are from each other. You can make your nose a little pointier, a little bigger, a little smaller, but you can't change the general shape.
Which was fucking upsetting to me because I like the lips and nose to look a certain way. And then I can't have both. I can have one or the other, so I went with the nose.
I was able to make a character I didn't dislike, but it's still...
The character I made was fucking awesome.
I think your male character was better than my female one. And that is hard for me to admit.
I also had the mouth in an intelligent place.
That's true.
Oops.
He dropping shit.
I caught my finger on the cord for the headphone.
But
and pulled my controller down.
But the aspersions cast on this game are not entirely warranted. So people are just... They're going a bit too far with it, I think. I mean, it's a video game, so what are you going to do? You're going to hurt their fifis, who cares? But if you're being honest, it's not that bad. It could be better, but the first few hours are just a really bad representation of what the rest of the game has to offer. And if you really care about the gameplay more, gameplay has never been better in a Mass Effect game. And they actually did spruce up the RPG elements quite a bit. You don't have classes anymore. You can assign points freely amongst several trees, so you can finally mix and match the way you've always dreamed of. Instead of... have you ever played Kingdoms of Amalur, Jared?
Yeah, I played a little bit.
Okay, you know how that they had like basically various fate kits you could pick based on where you put your skill points? Basically, Andromeda works like that. If you put points in a hybrid of like combat and biotics, you can pick the Vanguard profile, and it gives you a number of bonuses, and the more points you spend in the two of them, the higher your Vanguard level increases. So it's basically, they added that part of Kingdoms of Amalur into it. Which, you know, the system worked in that game, it works in Mass Effect. And then you can build customized weapons, and, you know, Claire argued with me a little bit about... I think the game would be better if you had like a Fallout 4 system of customizing the weapons, where you could pick like a receiver and a grip and a scope, and you'd have to worry about the damage output, the way the gun fired, the weight, the fire rate, shit like that. Because they brought the weight system back from Mass Effect 3, and I think that like a Fallout 4 weapon customization system mixed with that weight system, so you could potentially
class of missions.
Oh, what's wrong with them?
These bosses that are coming up are total assholes.
Is it going to require someone that sucks less than me? I think that's what he's getting at.
Is that what you're getting at, Jared?
I might need to cut ties with you, bitch.
No, like, even I hate them with a passion.
Yeah. Oh well. Maybe I won't suck, but if they're new bosses, I've never fought them, so I probably will. Don't worry, I'm almost done. I'm rambling about Andromeda. But yeah, I think the option to have like a low weight, low power kind of shotgun so that you could keep your biotic abilities recharging faster without having all these weight penalties, it would have been a nice system to mix and match. But, you know, they didn't go that way, so I guess it's just blind conjecture at this point. So, but overall, I mean, I'm going to say the game's good. It's probably standing at a solid 8 with me right now. You know, the more I play, if I see any more egregious shit, I haven't given it a final score yet, so I'm free to say I had no idea what the fuck I was talking about, and it would get so much worse, or it would get so much better, and therefore I'm changing my score, but it's definitely not a catastrophe like people are making it out to be. And I'm also told by the boss folk that the pre-orders for that guide are actually at Horizon levels, so... Or near Horizon levels.
Andromeda?
For Andromeda.
Oh.
Which isn't surprising, because Mass Effect is a really big fucking, you know, AAA RPG franchise. Those do well. Horizon is a really good game, but it's also a new IP. And what the hell? Are we fighting, like, bat demons? I don't like them, Jared. What are you doing? Oh, wow. We went into a weird part of the game, didn't we? That fucker just dropped guano, didn't it? Okay.
It's got some good music.
Oh. Oh, that didn't take C4 to break? I could have just shot it. Unreal.
I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it.
You were just waiting for me to waste that. I don't believe you at all.
I didn't know. I can't remember.
Do you believe him, Rebecca?
Yeah, I'll believe him.
Oh, God. You're more generous than I am, I'll say that. So, yeah. That is my
He
one...
normally does shit to fuck with things, but I don't know, he sounded genuine that time.
Okay. He's usually a fucking lying scumbag asshole, but this time, he just seemed like such a nice guy. Oh, wow. There's no way I'm making it through this one. Oh, I did. I am godlike. Are we fighting sexy Amazon women?
Yes.
I am totally on this game right now. Except we have to murder them. Well, they're not really sexy because they're all chibi. Oops, I didn't even see that shit.
You're killing boobs. You shouldn't like that.
Sometimes boobs have it coming. Oh shit, what the hell are these things?
Small ones.
Yeah, they took all the damage in the world, right? Didn't they? Oh well. But that's all I have for this week. I told you there's a lot of shit to cover this week. So if you have anything else, Jared, if Persona touched you in bad places...
Fucking Atlas.
Making your...
Persona 5 touch you. Show it on the door.
On my share button. Oh, come on. That wasn't even worth a chuckle? I thought that was clever.
Oh, I tried to laugh, but my throat is retarded.
Oh, that's like dangerous there. How the hell did I catch up with these? Oh, now this requires C4. Hey, Jared, remember that door required C4. See, this is why I don't trust him.
He can't remember everything.
I guess not. So yeah, I guess Jared is putting the final touches on the Horizon Zero Dawn guide.
Yeah,
well, version 1.0, which will be going up soon, I guess, and then it's just the short wait. I have no idea what we're supposed to do. I think Jared deceived me somehow. And then it's just a short wait for Persona 5. Wait, what do you gotta do?
Roll through it.
Oh. Oh, it's back. Okay. Alright, that makes sense.
Wow, I reported my Flex account card lost/stolen, and they just now accepted and are sending it to me. I did that on Monday.
Yeah, what the hell happened to your Flex account card?
I lost it. It had no money on it, so I didn't even think about it.
Oh. I can't, every time you said, I was like, Krieger, my goddamn Flex account! We totally just binge watched like a season of Archer. It was great. Oh, where did Jared run? Oh. Of course we're supposed to go back this way. Because having run through these asshole bats again was something I needed to do in my life. I don't know. People who are saying that Archer is getting worse as the seasons go on, I don't see it. Season 7 was fantastic. I have no complaints. $15 well spent, right, Rebecca?
Fucking hilarious. I probably almost died.
Yeah, you said that Krieger's gonna kill me at one point. That was definitely his best season.
Half the time it was just him skulking around in the background, and it was enough to just get me to fucking laugh my ass off.
Do you watch Archer, Jared?
No, I did not.
You totally should.
It's fucking hilarious.
You ever watch that show, Drawn Together?
I think I've seen 1 or 2 episodes of that.
Oh, so basically, no more than we've seen. Oh, you'll have to excuse me, that's my phone.
Yeah, he has a smartphone now, Jared.
Yep, I upgraded from my ancient built-in keyboard phone, where like the half of it flips. And, oh, why are you texting me? Woman. I'll tell you later. But, Verizon finally came to their senses and stopped being assholes and finally went with unlimited data so I could stop hating them. Because I don't prioritize smartphones very highly. I know that basically makes me a bad American at this point, but I
never owned a cell phone, period.
Never? Wow, you're beating me.
Wow.
Jared, troglodyte status 10. I think this is only my 3rd phone that I've ever owned. But I've continuously had a cell phone for...
I've continuously had a cell phone for like 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years?
I think it's been about 14 years. I had mine before you had yours. But, I mean, I basically only...
2003. So, yeah, 14 years.
I basically only have it so my fucking family can keep in contact with me. And I don't fucking have any value in it. Like, my mom keeps calling me and going, are you enjoying the new phone? Are you using it? I'm like, no, I have a computer in front of me all day. Why the hell would I use a
He doesn't
smartphone?
leave the house.
I'm a homebody.
So,
what the fuck is
if you
outside?
don't leave the house, you don't need one. But I drive an hour on a deadly fucking road, so I don't like going to work without having a phone because I might need to call for an ambulance.
Well, I mean, I leave the house. I just don't leave the house often.
Yeah, but I'm always with you, so...
And it's nice to have a smartphone when you are out in case, you know, you need to look something up, you know, like a game or, you know, a review or directions, or you need to call someone because your fucking shitty car broke down.
Now I can just ask my phone.
Yeah, you should see her talking to her phone. It's the fucking cute. Okay, Google. It's cute. She'll deny it, but it is. I can guarantee it. So.
I was gonna do it, and then you said that, so fuck you.
Oh, wow. Shut up, phone. I'm not talking to you. Stop loading up Google shit.
You said, okay, Google. It's
apparently
going to try to...
Yeah, apparently that was enough. Are these sexy Amazon chicks riding animals now?
Yes.
I guess they're cavalry. And they have a lot of health.
I see these Amazon chicks.
Our guns are like
Ow.
woefully outdated.
Okay.
Like we're just gonna have to do some. We're gonna have to do some mission runs to get some better guns because this stuff is not cutting the mustard. Well, there aren't any on the screen right now.
Yeah, I see that now.
Oh, I don't even have any C4. There's Jared falling into the hole like a child. Oh, there's so much for that.
Moron.
God, Jared, why can't you platform? Oh. Hey, close your door. We're echoing like crazy.
I'm here to
Okay.
see Amazon shit.
Well, of course, now there aren't going to be any.
Well, Jared's killing them all.
Yeah, where is Jared? I'll try to go somewhere where Jared isn't. Jared, are you in Assville? Because I don't believe you're in Assville. Oh, look at this.
What?
Like, this game just got really weird the last 2 levels. Good lord, they do a lot of damage.
A pack of flying ham. I'm not really sure what that was.
Did you die, Jared?
Yes.
Jeez, who are you, me? He's like, no, I only died once. I'm trying to find these damn Amazons for Rebecca, and of course there aren't any. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, you things suck. Amazons, where are you? But yeah, now I have a Samsung Galaxy S7, so I'm a modern cell phone douche like everybody else. And boy, these things are expensive. They really are. Like, I just refuse to upgrade because I refuse to pay a data plan on a phone because I'm like, I'm never going to use it. I'm just going to use my fucking computer. So why am I going to spend like $60 on data for shit I don't want? But now Verizon has a plan where you can, you know, get on a whole bunch of bundles with your family, and the more people on it, the less it costs, so blah, blah, blah. So we all got on one, and it's cheap enough that I'm willing to pay for part of it.
I think you were making up the Amazon.
They were there.
I don't believe.
And of course this place is a maze, so I can't even tell where I'm going.
Hey, C4.
Well, I guess we're not going to see any this time. I don't know where they are. They just weren't in that part of that level. Watch, they'll appear like at the end. They're like or they're mostly naked blonde chicks, and they were riding some of those. I don't even know what those things were called. They look like giant gerbils. Alright, so let me get the name of that game because I want to talk about this real quick. Cosmic. What's the game called? Cosmic Star Heroine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was shown that game and had a very Phantasy Star 4 vibe. Jared said he pre-ordered it, so I don't have to take any risks with that game. I'll just let Jared tell me if it's good or not, and if it's good, I might buy it. So. But you have to pre-order it to get the discount. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
That means it's going to cost like $3 more if I'm a pussy and I wait.
Just wait for it to go on sale.
I could.
Shit goes on sale all the time. You don't have time to play a game like that. You're not writing about it.
No, and then Torment is coming out basically the same day, isn't it? Yeah, April 11th, which is the same day Torment is coming out. So, yeah, screw it. I guess I'll wait for a later sale. It does look good, though. Like, those cutscenes look just like the comic strip art in Phantasy Star 4. That's the first thing I saw when I was watching that trailer. Like, wow, they might actually be trying to make a game like that again. So, and I don't know if anyone...
Up and moving around made me sicker. I'm gonna...
See, well,
I'm gonna hop off it.
This is the price you pay for trying to look at pixel art poontang.
I was trying to look at the boobies. Nobody wants to look at vagina.
Alright. Anything else to bring up, Jared, or are we good for this week? I see you. Yeah, I think we're good for this week. Alright, so hopefully there's news to talk about. We will have the Destiny trailer reveal. The reveal for the reveal of Destiny 2 on the 30th, I guess today. But we will cover it in a week from now when everyone no longer cares. Next Tuesday is the podcast. Tuesday the... let me go to next month. Tuesday the 4th. 4th of April will be episode 47. Till then, see y'all later.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.